Alrighty, folks. Well, good evening and welcome to another session of our Quests of Cormyr. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our magical and endeavoring players this evening.
Howdy.
Greetings.
Hello.
And we are whopping third session here. But before we get into our third session, let's get into what happened last time before we get into what's going to happen this time. So, last time, you all were in the Hollow House, came upon a small band of kobolds who had apparently kidnapped the missing cat, Nimbus, which they had tied up nearby. Actually parlayed with these creatures, and using your superior wit to trick them into selling the quote-unquote poisoned cat for a mere handful of gold. Shutting the door after the transaction left the kobolds unattended, but you had Nimbus in your company now. Binteldank actually started speaking to it through the use of his innate forest gnome magics, but it seemed like this might have triggered something and the cat could talk to each of you as normal, explaining that it really preferred to be called Zytheris. You saw there was more than met the eye with this feline. But without explaining further, you guys started to lead the cat out, but not before getting twisted around the Hollow House's halls, winding up in a ruined, large dining hall, noticing a perfectly good suit of armor, and kind of on display here, as well as a cleanly misplaced broom. And it was here you saw the true ire of the homeowner, or at least the remnants of its spirit, as the broom and armor, both animated, lashing out at the intruders, you guys. Dealing with these foes was indeed a task, but one that you were up for. As the crumpled suit of armor fell and the broom chopped and burned, you quickly took stock of things and got out of the house. As you left, Zytheris, once a cat, showed his true form. A small, steely, metallic wyrmling, explaining it had gotten lost from home some time ago and it made friends with Mira. And it would seem you already told it that you would take it home. Inadvertently making a promise previously, but taking note of this and actually agreeing fully. You all set off for the evening to tell the surprised Myra, of her cat's true nature. After a small reward, you all got some drinks and some talks at the inn. Looking forward to the days ahead, with your promise to bring Zytheris back to his home, somewhere in the woods. And that is where we're going to pick up. At level 2, at dawn. As you guys kind of wake up in the morning, heading down, dawn breaks over Tirluk as the whole village washed kind of golden light. The dew on the cobblestones glistening. And that is where we're going to pick up. You guys meeting for breakfast? Or are you meeting outside? You tell me.
Is there like a way to send mail from this village?
Yeah, you can send a letter if you'd like. Give it to the innkeeper. He'll put it on the next rider that comes through, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a letter to my dad asking if he can preemptively send me like an adventurer's contract to form like a guild. Not a guild, but like
You would know you have to appear
I have to appear
in either the city of Suzail, which is the closest city around, I believe.
Can I ask him for money then?
That would be Arabelle, would be the closest. There is also the option of Highhorn, but you would know that currently it is not manned at the moment. Highhorn is a small fort. Well, actually,
I'm gonna ask
fort.
him for money for my adventuring company. and I'm gonna mention dragons.
Sure,
We're
you
we're
will.
saving a dragon.
I mean, it will probably take like weeks to get there, at least a week.
That's fine.
And return address?
Daughter. It's just me. There's no return
Right.
address.
But so
Oh,
hey,
if he
hey
sends
Dad,
money?
Where's he
send
sending
me
it?
money wherever I'm gonna
Uh,
be.
It's a letter of credit.
right. Oh shit.
At
I'll
the
be there to
central
pick it up.
bank.
I'll pick where.
You'll be there to pick it up. Okay.
You can put an S in person.
But where is he sending it to?
Oh, okay. I see. No, you're right.
Yeah, like, are you gonna go to a city
Highhorn.
where you?
The city of.
Highhorn's not a city. It's currently a barely manned fortress along the Stormhorns to the west of here.
So you got two
Where's-
options.
Yeah, where's the city to get then the?
It would be Arabelle is closer
Okay,
to the
Arabelle.
east. Sazale is a little bit further through all the way through the King's Forest to the south, and on the coast of the Dragonmere.
Which is the direction we're headed?
You don't know exactly where you're headed.
Okay.
So it
Then
might not be good to ask for money when you don't know where you're gonna be.
okay. All right. Well, I'm smart, so I think of all that, and then I decide against writing a letter.
Fair enough.
Daddy knows where I'll be.
Of course.
I thought he was just gonna send a carrier that goes directly to me. I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like he's pretty wealthy, which means he could probably hire somebody to do a scry spell, find out where you are.
He's also too busy to deal with me.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Directly.
money for just sending a letter.
I mean, who paid for the rooms, by the way? Did
was
Esmeralda
on the
pay for
house.
everyone? It was on the house.
Yeah,
We
you guys
defeated
took care of
rats.
the rats, so you got a free night's stay at the inn.
Did we get free breakfast?
Yeah, but it's gonna be like old sausages and dried bread.
Yeah.
You don't get the
I'm
fresh stuff.
downstairs.
And I'm
That's
gonna
okay, I'm
complain
downstairs.
about it.
Steven,
Yes.
being an elf,
Yes.
do I only need 4 hours for a long rest to be completed, or do
Yeah.
I need to do 4 hours of meditation
No, you just
and then
need
4
4
hours of
hours.
rest? Oh. So I have 4 hours before everyone's up.
Sure, if you want.
Yeah, let's RP 4 hours of.
Okay. Let's go.
In real time.
And
Yes, in real time.
the nothing town of Tierluck, where there's 100 people in it.
I steal from everyone, and we leave.
They have nothing to be stolen.
That
Success.
sounds.
You've taken all of their nothing.
All of it.
More copper.
I'll be
I-
downstairs
I-
eating breakfast and reading.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I'll just wait for Silas, pretty much.
You guys all meet for breakfast then at the old man's face in the kind of dining room.
Mm. Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning, all. It is a beautiful morning, isn't it?
Yes.
I suppose we're all traveling together. Nobody's staying behind.
I wasn't intending to go back to the forest so soon, but I suppose in service of a dragon finding its home, it's quite interesting.
Sounds like a sweet deal.
Where did the cat stay? Oh yeah, he's with
Mira.
he's still with Mira, right? Okay.
They probably had a lot to talk about.
It'll be useful to have a denizen of the woods there with us. I think he can provide some insight into what we might encounter, or
You say this, but he seems to not necessarily know where his home is, only that something is telling him it's that way. There's no telling what we'll find.
You're from the woods, right, Ben?
Oh, yes.
Hey, you know where to go.
I mean, I don't know where his home is, but I know where the forest is. It's right out the door.
You've been to these woods? Oh, you're from these woods?
Yes.
Oh, that's very helpful.
What brought you out of the woods, Ben?
I am searching for, I look around, lower my voice, because Esmeralda's nearby. Magics.
Oh,
I'm not trying to hide
really?
it from Esmeralda, but she's complained that I've been too loud about magics, so I'm just like lowering my voice.
She will
Are
nod in
you-
approval.
Are
Tell me
you
more.
new to magic? So you seem
I mean,
like
no,
an
there's
old
lots of
fellow.
there's lots of magics, but weird magics are happening in the forest, and I mean it's my home, so I can't really divulge secrets, but
You're not trying to do any kind of weird
What are secrets among
experiments or any
friends?
kind of weird magical ritual things, are you?
well, if I knew if the ritual itself, then I wouldn't be here. And whether or not it would be strange to you and strange to me are two different things. So I don't know.
So you're saying there's strange magics happening in the forest, but you've emerged from the forest to look for strange magics elsewhere? I'm confused.
Yes, I do not have the answer for the magics in the forest. So I'm looking outside for answers.
So can you tell me more about these strange magics that are happening in the forest now?
It's difficult to go into. Let's say there are ripples, fluctuations.
You
Things
lost
get
me.
stronger and weaker. And I'm not sure the cause. But it's
They seem
affecting my home, and so therefore I am looking for a solution outside.
Are
So
there
I do
some
not expect that the forest will be exactly safe.
interesting? Are there some geographic parameters to these disturbances? Any boundaries or
Well, I
radiuses?
have not been able to contact other clans, as it were, or tribes, depending on how you look at things. Other villages are very secretive as well, so we don't always keep in contact. So it's not, and I haven't been allowed to explore all of the forest either. It's not my purpose.
What would you say your purpose was?
Well, staying close to home, helping those in the village, investigating local occurrences. I kind of took that upon myself. It wasn't exactly tasked to me. It was just, I'm curious.
Curiosity is a very good thing. It brought
And
you. Yeah.
yes, so given the opportunity when things started going poorly for us, I absconded, as there was, with authority. And I've come to the outside world to see what's here and find the cure or solution to our problems, as it were.
And you found us, and that is.
Well, there are, strength in numbers.
How lucky for you to find me.
I mean,
Well,
we might be.
considering you just said that I lost you about the magics, I don't know that I am lucky to find you. Perhaps lucky to find Mr. Silas here. Maybe.
And without me, you wouldn't have found Silas.
Oh, it's a good point. All right, he writes that down.
Well, I'm certainly interested. I don't know how much help I could be, but well,
I will say this, and it gets even quieter and talks directly to Silas, with his finger along his nose. Keep your eye out for warding magics.
okay. Silas is going to write that in his book. Warding magics. What does that? Well, we'll have more time to talk as we're walking, but I'm curious what are the effects that you've seen and how they've been manifesting.
Yes, as he looks at Esmeralda, it's like, we should talk on the road.
Absolutely. I think certain members of our party will be leading in the front and others will hang back.
Yes, we should go see Myra and find Zytheris. Am I saying that right? Zytheris?
Zytheris.
Zytheris?
Zytheris.
Yeah. Z.
Silas is stuffing sausages into his robe.
As one does.
All right, so are we all here? Do we want to head out to Myra?
Yeah, I believe so.
Moira?
Myra.
I suppose that would be the thing to do.
I'm just excited to leave.
Yeah, Esmeralda will lead the charge. She'll get up and just start walking.
All right. As you head outside of the old man's face as a troop your own, you would be greeted by the dusky gray appearance of the cat, formerly known as Nimbus, kind of perched on a nearby railing, just expectantly waiting, tail kind of wagging slightly.
Oh, you've already said your goodbyes to Myra.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You did say goodbye.
in a way.
Ugh. All right, as long as she doesn't come to me crying.
What's in a way?
In the way that one says goodbye.
It's good enough for me.
Okay.
I was just
Very well.
eager to finally have someone to help me get home.
Yes. Do you know generally the direction we're meant to travel?
Kind of.
Okay.
I just
That's
know it's in the woods. Somewhere.
right.
Any landmarks?
I believe there were some trees.
Ah, very, very telling.
I mean, there are only so many of them.
Were there any gnomes in the area that you might have met?
I don't think so. I
Other
remember
dragons?
hearing some strange noises.
Anything specific about these noises?
It sounded like a sweet melody. I don't know.
I've heard plenty of melodies in the forests.
Well, then it seems
you
like
the
you're a
only-
good
I believe
guy.
I believe I have a cousin melody, in fact.
Remind me, Zytheris, why do you not have a memory of your home?
Well, I woke up. It was dark and cold, and I eventually made it somewhere, and I was in the woods, and well, I saw a butterfly. It was quite fascinating, so I followed that for a while. And then I kind of got turned around and followed the light. And then I saw the quaint village. I thought, why not go there? It seemed like people were talking to each other, and that seemed like fun. I wanted to be a part of that.
And that is the total.
Okay, so you followed the
memory.
light until it became dark, or were you following it in the morning?
Oh, I've come to know that I was just following the sun at the time.
Oh.
And yes, that's what's important, the time of day. If you were following it towards the evening, then you'd be traveling towards the west. Or if you were following it in the morning, you might be traveling towards the east, you see.
Oh, I don't recall, as that was some months ago. I'm sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. And still a cat. This is Zytheris at the moment. Just talking to you guys. Some passerbys would give you all a nod as you're having a conversation with this cat. Shrug. Continue walking.
Esmeralda will just kind of be like off to the side, crossed arms, like she's not involved.
I don't know these people.
Think is just right up in there because he's used to talking to animals. So he's like,
Absolutely.
So, all right, well, that's less helpful. But,
How far away are we from your home, Mental Tank?
Couple days.
How long do you think it took us to get here?
I'd say a couple days for you to get there.
Okay, a couple days, roughly, journey, but it could be in the completely opposite direction from their home. So, this butterfly, do you recall? I know it was a long time ago, but it was so interesting at the time. Do you recall what it looked like markings?
It was purple. It had green and golden spots.
Could I do some type of check to see if I know what type of butterfly this is, where it might be?
It's a butterfly in the woods. Yeah, give me a nature check. Yeah, I got
I'm
you.
trying to get
Yeah.
some specifics.
Yeah.
Like, butterflies migrate, but nope.
With a nat
that
one.
That is a very common butterfly. They are everywhere.
Yep.
What's a
that
butterfly?
is literally known as the common butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, perhaps if we just start walking in the woods, Zytheris will have some sort of recall of the surroundings and maybe remember
Might be able
something
to
more.
sniff it out or something.
Yes, about our traveling. So who will be carrying the tent?
I can carry some stuff.
We need a mess tent. We need a tent for sleeping. A tent all for myself, of course.
That will not be fitting in the woods, Miss Esmeralda. No, we can't. We're not an army.
We'll just cut a few trees.
Oh no. So a very specific rule that you should all follow is not cutting down any trees if you can absolutely help it.
What about the fire?
Okay, fire. We can do fires, but you can find fallen limbs on the ground, and they are actually better for fire because they are generally dried out and not green. And so, if you start attacking the forest, bad things will most likely happen.
Well, so it sounds like you have the fire stuff handled. So I'll let
Sure.
you handle that.
And also, hunting for food, perfectly fine and reasonable. There's a
No,
there's
I'm
an
an
ecosystem.
excellent hunt. I am excellent at.
I just wanted you to
hunting.
have no fear about hunting animals. It is okay. But the forest is sacred to most that live there.
Right. Well, I trust you all are seasoned.
With
just
paprika.
like myself, of course.
I've never been on a camping trip before.
Oh, it's great fun. We have grand fires, and sometimes we partake in cocoa.
It sounds lovely.
Especially after a successful hunt. take care of the horses. Well, I don't take care of them. The stable hand does, but pat on the head. She's like staring off.
This town is more towards the west of the forest, or is it towards the center? I can't remember the map.
It's the northwestern portion of the King's Woods, yeah.
Then I say we go sort of easterly direction into the forest.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
Because that would give us a lot more searching area, I think. And if he traveled quite a distance and forgot where he's from, he probably didn't come from the west.
All right. I'll follow right next to Binteldank, so that be
Fair
like his
enough.
bodyguard, basically.
Yeah, as you guys start to actually head out, how are you all traveling as you... Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be riding rapid at a very slow pace, sadly. But I'll be going first, next to Esmeralda.
Okay.
Esmeralda is like very hoity-toity, straight back, like basically army marching.
Aiden would probably be walking with Jack.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
Silas is probably hanging back and like dawdling.
I feel like he's scribbling notes on plants.
He is. I think he's curious about all of it.
Yeah. Zytheris would probably be following behind Rapid's tail, kind of being distracted by the tail movements of this fox. But yeah, as you guys start heading out beyond the town's familiar walls and buildings to the old King's Woods, there are a handful of pathways, but sometimes the best path is one you make yourself. Entering into the place, a realm of dappled sunlight and murmuring leaves and possibly hidden wonders. Some trees as tall as skyscrapers. You would notice the woods here, not necessarily a flat land by any means. It's hilly, plenty of little ravines and rises and lows. But you would notice that most of the foliage on the ground, as opposed to like oftentimes in woods, the foliage you have like the dead leaves and very little shrubbery because of the light from the canopy. But for the most part, the King's Wood is, at least this portion, seems to be filled with soft moss scattered about, tufts of grass, and plenty of ferns and other bushes and other plant life, flowers here and there. Trees are thick with moss on both sides. Those of you familiar with traveling in most woods would know, moss typically grows on one side more, but this seems to not be dominating any side. But we'd see little tangled masses of vines here and there. As Binteldank, go ahead and, because you're kind of leading the way in, go ahead and give me a survival check. And with the 21.
Damn.
We are surviving. Mr. Silas, I would not touch that stinging nettles, sir.
Oh,
And oddly enough, curiously enough, rather, Binteldank, you would, leading them into the woods, almost innately drawn. You find a small ring of of mushrooms around a dead tree that had fallen over. Masses of vines are growing thick here, in between the trees and dangling down to the forest floor.
So, everyone, this is a possible fairy ring, and I could, with your permission, try to contact someone and see if they know what direction we should be heading. Or, as fairies may be tricksy, they are, very, we might not know what to do with them at all.
No, my nanny said never to deal with fairies. No.
I mean, we can't pass up this opportunity. It seems too perfect.
It's one yes and one no.
I think it'd be cool to talk to somebody through some mushrooms.
Oh god.
Mr. Aiden?
If they would have information about the way forward, then perhaps.
They will most likely require a price. Whether or not we are willing to pay it is another story.
I'm gonna step back and don my shield, just to get ready.
Oh no! They are most likely not violent, and they might see that as a threat, though.
Oh, it's just my shield. My sword is still peaceful. See?
Okay. Very well, Mr. Cow.
I think talking to fairies would be a brilliant way to pass the time.
Oh.
Very well. And I'm
So
going
Gwen,
to
forgive me.
walk up, I'm gonna dismount rapid and walk to the possible fairy circle.
Yeah. Step on up.
And
There's
I will,
various sizes of the classic red toadstool with speckled white, which is also a very poisonous mushroom.
I'm gonna pick out, from my pocket, an acorn that I had picked up that just looked perfect, and I'm gonna set it in the fairy ring as sort of an offering to chat.
As you place the acorn in the fairy ring, give me an insight check.
Ooh.
A 10. You would feel a faint breeze blowing through the trees down into, through the canopy, as the vines and foliage kind of whistle faintly.
Excuse me, is anyone there that is willing to talk?
You would hear a faint voice. Yeah, if you help me. Just a little bit.
I'm very helpful.
Little help.
What are you? What kind of help might you need?
I'm stuck.
Oh, I would very much like to help you there. How are you stuck?
Oh, I'm right here.
Are we all hearing this?
Yeah, you would all kind of faintly hear it. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm right over
I
here.
cannot see you.
Give me a
I'm
perception
going
check as you start to look around.
Just him?
I would say anyone who wants to.
23.
Definitely wanna.
I would say easily seen by most. Eventually you would see a small, fragile, silvery light kind of trembling nearby. Iridescent pink wings. Not super iridescent as the light glistening below, but struggling against a mass of twisted vines as they're all tied up, kind of roped up, tangled in a small mass of vines.
Would I be able to reach them at my height?
Possibly, yeah. Or kind of across the other side of this fairy circle. Yeah, just come on, just help me out, and this.
No, wait a
this
moment.
jerk wasn't very happy with me.
Oh, no. I almost fell for this, I think. Okay, I've been around a little bit too long. Are you lying to me? Are you really stuck?
Yeah? Why would I tie myself up in some
I would like
vines?
to insight check that.
Give me an insight check.
Fuck!
With a 7, it's hard to tell. You've met some tricksy fairies before, but this, you're not sure.
You know what? From here, it looks like you are really stuck.
Yeah,
So...
it just, come on. Like, get me out of here.
I'm wondering if he was stuck there for some reason.
Oh, lots of things can happen. Those vines over there, do I recognize the vines?
Give me a nature check.
21.
With a 21, you do recognize them. They appear to be living vines.
Oh, yes. Living vines. They will attack you, right?
You've heard of them tangling people up, depending on their demeanor at the time.
Yes, they can be quite volatile and potentially wrap you up. So he could very well be stuck.
This jerk just tangled me up for no reason at all.
Well, sir, maybe do not call him a jerk.
You ask nicely to be let down.
Did someone tie you up, or did the vines tie you up themselves?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are you
didn't
gonna help
say
me
anything.
out here?
Of course. And
If someone tied you up for some reason, okay.
I'm already walking like around the fairy circle to get to him, not through it.
Is there a way to destroy the harmful plant, Ben?
As I'm walking, I'm like, well, you can, but again, that's a tough one. If it attacks you, I would say it's worth killing or destroying. But I generally, as a rule, unless I'm attacked, do not like to attack the forest.
Well, it seems to be attacking.
Well, not us, but him. I'm going to go see if I can extricate him. And I continue to move forward.
Okay.
And once I get there, I'll try to gently remove him from the vines from him.
Fair enough.
Or her.
Them. It doesn't. I think it's a him, actually. Or no, we'll just say them.
Yeah, that's the easiest.
Their name is Fei Lin, so... Which they didn't tell you. But as you go to approach this vine, they do start animating and reaching out towards you, almost angrily. As you can see, some of them start to actually take the form of a creature as these kind of shadows start to imbue in with the vines themselves.
I cast Minor Illusion of fire.
We're going to. You can do that in a second.
Oh, I didn't want to do combat. I wanted to try to stop the combat from happening.
Give me a deception check.
Nope, it's 5.
As the vines ignore your illusory fire, as you guys would see, illusory fire just pop up near the vines. I'm gonna bring you guys to a map.
Oh, damn, it seems that I have been attacked.
And if you could place yourselves where you think you would be at this time.
Fox is there, yeah.
Zytheris is like following the fox, so he's just looking at his tail.
Where did the fox come from?
It's Bintle thinks it's a rapid.
Oh.
He never properly introduced you, but...
Yeah, I don't think I was paying attention.
I did say that I had a fox, and then I rode the fox a few times.
All right.
I'm not inside the circle here.
Nah.
Okay.
You're kind of like right on the edge. Aiden's definitely riding that edge there. But yes, please roll initiative.
Very mid rolls.
I'm probably gonna just run through the circle.
Dude, Silas, how are you? Oh, alert feed. That's why.
Mm-hmm. actually got a 2. As everyone has rolled.
I
Alright,
would like
who are
to.
we missing on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's everyone.
Binteldank, what's your dexterity?
My
You
dexterity
win, actually. You're
is
Yeah,
a
he's
16.
gonna win.
Yeah.
And with
He's first.
that, what do we want?
So I can
Feral
swap.
chase. You can swap if you want. Yeah.
And that's not once a day. That's anytime, right?
Anytime you roll initiative,
All right. Can I switch with Binteldank?
if you'd like to.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
So Binteldank has an 18 and Silas has a 13. And with that, do you guys want Darkling or Feral Chase?
Oh,
Yes.
feral.
It's not quite as like, yeah. We'll see. I didn't do it. Binteldank, you are up first as there's the massive vines.
Okay.
Roll the 2.
Well, be careful. I will help you get yourself out of there, sir.
Yeah, it's a real jerk. I keep telling you.
And I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Market.
Okay, I knew I forgot to do something.
That's the thing.
That's
Fair enough. Does your Hunter's Mark look like anything?
it would be my same like mixture of forest color magic, but just like going like concentrating like more and more, like then circling around like my dominant left eye.
Okay. You should have a little thing on there now as you shoot your short bow at it. A 24 absolutely hits this viney mass that starts to take a humanoid form, almost kind of creeping around the vines itself. As it takes 9 points of damage.
Creature, you shall not have this fairy.
Anything else for Binteldank?
And that actually. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring out my measuring tool. I'm going to stay where I am because I don't know what its reach is.
Fair enough. As you stay where you are, the rest of you would see a massive tangled vines to the southwest of where your location is. As the kind of shadows start to dig into the ground and shadowy vines emerge from beneath all of you, aside from Binteldank. I'll need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw. As vines erupt.
That include rapid?
No, it does not.
Thank you, sir.
You can tell Rapid to scoot back if you want.
Yeah, he would be out of there.
Yeah, I have advantage.
Are you at advantage?
That's what I'm asking you.
4K.
I don't have any reason for it. I'm just asking.
Oh. No.
But you do have inspiration if you're a human.
I do.
You are a human.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'll go ahead and use it.
All right.
Oh no.
Same thing.
It was meant to be. Just need one from. Who are we missing on there?
Me.
Cal.
Something's going on with roll 20 for sure.
Yeah, we're in this far anyway. I have lucky too, don't I? Oh, it's their character.
The vines definitely tangle around. We'll take the first one, Cal. Rolled twice for you. As the only one that seems to be kind of entangled by these vines would be Jack. As you would see another shadowy vine creature appear.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
will...
right. Real asshole.
That's what I was saying, he's a jerk. That will take us to... I'll roll for the other one too real quick. Forgot something. Yeah, that makes sense. Jack, what's your dex? That'll take us to Aiden.
It was 13.
Gotcha.
Okay. Aiden is going to cast Sacred Flame on the one next to the fairy.
Okay. What does the sacred flame look like of yours?
So, at first you see the heat. It's like, that wavy, like, almost like if you've ever seen a thermal grenade go off.
Yeah.
It's not like fire at first. It's just like extreme heat, and then the fire comes. Just kind of erupting around it.
Oof.
Might be too much.
Phosphorus is a hell of a thing.
As it explodes, gets a dexterity save.
Yeah.
Not very dexterous. It got a big 2.
Yay.
It will take 7 points of radiant damage as this blinding light bursts around. Anything else for Aiden?
That'll be the end of my turn.
That will take us to Silas.
All right, Silas is going to do something that I have to remember Silas does first thing in the morning. Cast Mage Armor.
As Mage Armor kind of appears on him for a moment before dissipating.
Sorry, I
How
wasn't
does,
ready.
how does his mage armor look? I don't remember.
It's I think it's like a golden shimmering light surrounding me and then kind of like collapsing into me.
Nice.
Yeah.
As that golden light fades away. Anything else for Silas?
Silas is going to pack up.
All right. Fair enough. That will take us to Esmeralda.
Is this difficult terrain?
It
that
is
I'm in?
difficult terrain that you're in.
What I thought. So this will take me double? Or how does
Yes.
this work?
So that will take... It takes 10 feet of movement to go here, and then 10 feet to go here. So that takes 20 feet to go there.
Ooh, okay. I see.
But if you step to your right...
Is there a spy here?
Yeah, that's a hill.
Right.
That takes 10 feet of movement.
Okay, 10 feet.
And then you have 20 feet left.
Oh, can't reach. Oh, could I have moved on an angle? Can you move, like, angle?
I would say not.
Okay.
Because I realize my grid is off on this map.
Yeah. Yuck. I don't have enough room. Okay, well, I imagine I can't pull out my longbow while I'm holding my shield.
That would be correct. It is an action to unequip a shield.
Okay, then in that case, I can't even reach Jack if I go here, right? This is brutal.
Entangle. It's a
That's
hell of
so
a spell.
little. That's so little movement. Okay, well, in that case, I will run here.
You need to dodge or dash action.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you wanted to get there.
Or if you don't want to get there and wait for the next turn, you could take the dodge action, and it'll boost your AC, or give them disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do dodge action. Where I am. I keep forgetting that there's a dodge action.
Absolutely. Taking the... You got all your handy-dandy actions in combat right there. Attack, cast spell, dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, help, hide, improvise, ready, search.
Well,
there should be 2 dodges in there, dip, duck,
up.
dive, and dodge.
I was going to try to help him, but after stepping out, I had no more movement.
That is fair. As you... A dodge action is a great action. Because that will make this a straight roll. Does 15 hit Esmeralda?
It does not.
As you would see some brambly twigs lashed together and strike out towards you. Also kind of near humanoid, kind of shadowy form lunges towards you. Missing. Scratches against your shield as you're ready. You just kind of bounce it off. That will take us to Jack.
I'm going to take the disengage action. Disengage from this restrained.
Okay, so give me a dexterity saving throw again. Or strength saving throw, I think.
Do dex. I'm doing 8.
As you're trying to get out of this, you are stuck.
Alright. Sounds good.
Anything for a bonus?
Okay, you weren't going to use magic anyways.
No,
Alright. That will take us to Cal.
I don't have magic.
You're just a normal farmer.
Yeah,
farmer with a
go
sickle
into
that
a
he's not-
rage.
All right, I'm gonna take a step back myself, and I would consider the fairy a friendly ally, right? We're trying to help them.
They're not really a combatant.
Yes, please. Yes, please help them. Benteldank has been very much help the fairy. I will give you that.
But yeah, I guess it could be considered an ally for uses of sneak attack. Why not?
Okay. I'm gonna sling a short bow arrow at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the
Getting
ferry?
a nat 1 as it gets quickly, some vines reach out and grab your arrow and just break it in two.
I'm gonna run away.
Well, you got cunning action now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna hide as my bonus action.
Give me a stealth check. First bonus action hide of the game. Plenty more to come. Uh, 19 as Cal disappears behind a tree somewhere. That will take us to another bramble of sticks appears as it lashes out towards Jack.
Oh no.
Getting a nat 20 against you, Jack.
Dang it. Yeah, I'll do it.
You take a whopping total of 8 points of damage as this mass of sticks forms this shadowy, stick form. Little eyes poking out, just scratches up against your calf. Digging in. That will take us to the viney boy over by Benteldank. It will reach out with its vine, trying to grapple him.
No, thank you, sir.
Getting a 14 to hit.
That is a miss.
And it's still kind of hanging on to... You can see its vines are attached to the one that is hanging on to Phelan here.
Goes for my stubby little legs, and I just kind of pick one up, and no, that will not work.
Picking up your stubby legs, that will take us to your turn.
Wishing I had Battlemaster already. Let's see. I'm gonna shoot it again, I guess.
Okay.
That's what I got. Oh,
7 is going to be a
dang.
miss, as you kind of you're lifting your
Wait,
foot up, it throws you off.
it should be at advantage, right? Because I have Vex from the last shot.
You do, yeah.
There we go.
22 will hit it.
Well, at least you can hit.
As it does 7 points of damage to it, piercing into the vines. The mass that forms that shadowy, near humanoid form does kind of slink and melt into shadows in the ground.
Is the fairy still restrained?
Loosely.
Okay.
They seem to have been they're not restrained anymore. They can get out.
Yeah. Okay, I just didn't know if I needed to continue to try to help them or move on.
Thank
All
you.
right. Absolutely, you're welcome. We've got more to destroy. I'm going to bonus action.
In response, it will some fairy dust kind of lands on you, Binteldank. You can fly for the next, like, minute. As you just lift up
Okay.
off the ground. You have a fly
I
speed
do
of
believe
30
in
feet.
fairies.
Yep.
I absolutely do. I'll pull out my. Can I swap to my scimitar?
Yeah.
I'll swap to my scimitar and I'll fly over here to help out Jack.
All right. Flying across the way.
Actually, I'm gonna ask. Can I land in your circle?
But it's just grass.
All right. I just wanted to be respectful, and I'm gonna land next to Jack
right.
here.
That will take us to the vines down by Esmeralda. Still taking the dodge action, so this thing will be at
Such a pretty
disadvantage.
name.
I don't know why I clicked it twice, but it did get a 10 to hit you, Esmeralda.
That'll miss.
As the vines kind of try to lash out towards you. Again, just back them off with your shield. Which will take us to Aiden.
Okay. Aiden is going to. Let me just menu really quick. Let me make sure I can get Esmeralda. Yeah. Aiden's gonna cast Bless.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is that the first bless of the
Papa bless.
What does this look like? I didn't even put bless on your guys' sheet yet.
So you see Aiden start saying like a prayer, and you see flames like kind of like appear. He holds his hands like this, and flames kind of appear in here, and then tongues of flame kind of descend from the sky and like hover above Esmeralda, Jack, and Binteldank.
All right. Esmeralda, Jack, and Binteldank, you have been blessed by the fires.
Extra D4?
Yes.
Cool.
Acting saves.
Anything else for Aiden?
That will be it.
All right, that will take us to Silas now with your armor intact.
With my armor intact, I can finally do something. Maybe I'm going to shoot a ray of frost at the guy near Binkeldank.
Okay.
And I
Nat frickin'
crit.
20, absolutely.
Damn.
Fuck
Yeah.
Get it.
For
As-
11.
For 11 points of damage. As that frost kind of surges into it, it shatters as the shadows like get combined with the shadowy form of the twigs as it seeps into the ground, and that lingering magic from your ray of frost, you see this flash of white streak through the ground. Anything else for Silas?
Does that
Save a
flash
piece
of
of it
frost?
for me. What?
So does that flash of frost go somewhere specific in the ground?
The flash isn't necessarily of frost. Just this flash
Gotcha.
of white.
All right.
Didn't save a piece of it for me, please.
Very well.
It's just frozen sticks. Fair enough. That will take us to Esmeralda.
Esmeralda will turn to the one immediately to her right.
Okay.
Or her left, technically.
Yeah.
And swing her sword.
Okay. 20 will absolutely hit it.
For 12.
12 points of damage. Yeah, as these twigs just like shatter and splinter apart.
Cool. And I'll step forward, and I'm going to action surge.
Oh, action
And-
surging.
Attack this other one
19 will hit it.
for 11.
As you hack into the viney manifestation of shadows and vines. The little shadow starts seeping into the ground. That flash of white starts to kind of expel behind you, Esmeralda. Anything else for your turn?
That's everything.
As in this moment, Jack, you feel that in your veins. That crack of white. And those nearby, Binteldank and Aiden, would see a flash of white come from scars along Aiden's hands. As from this tree here, massive crack surges forth as a brilliant burst of white flame erupts into this clearing. It's overwhelming light and heat resonating deep within you, Jack, within your core. The spark of raw, arcane power. What does Jack do in this moment?
Bonus action. We're gonna go ahead and do some innate sorcery.
Okay.
And the veins in Jack's arms and just kind of throughout his body start to just glow in rhythm with his heartbeat and just pulse with just this light and just this raw magic power. And then
As the flames are surging around that trunk there as well. There's some better imagery for you.
Burn where?
Right behind me.
Yep, right behind Esmeralda. As Esmeralda, you feel heat, but you don't feel burning. It's just this weird sensation behind you. Jack, what do you do?
So what's going on over there? Like,
Flames have erupted from the trunk of this broken tree.
Bad thing? Do I want to go toward it?
You feel like it's raw power. Do with that what you will.
I don't want to attack it.
Not less of a creature, more of a
Source.
Yeah. We'll say you get a free sorcerer's thing, innate sorcery right now.
I don't really have any mobility things. I can't really do anything, so I'm gonna just try and get out, I guess, right now.
What are you doing about the fire that's crackling right there?
Well, there's nothing really I can do about it, can I?
What do you want to do about it?
Jack, I think the forest has chosen you for power.
I'm no magic user, but Jack, it's calling to you.
I can't get there though.
It doesn't matter if you can get there. It's there. You are connected to it. What are you doing with it?
So it's gotta
Go
do
to
what
it.
I want it to do. So what I think it's gonna do is it's going to wrap around Esmeralda, and it's just gonna engulf this pile of sticks here.
Okay.
Before it shoots over back and then gets absorbed into Jack's body.
Okay. So trying to sway it to burn the pile of sticks?
Yep.
And then into you. Give me your call, an Arcana check or a Wisdom saving throw. Or you know what? Give me a Charisma saving throw.
18.
With an 18, as it burns up this fetid pile of sticks, surges into Jack. The vines burn away from you as you are freed from your shackles previously.
Holy shit, did you guys just see that? That was cool. As Jack is just kind of like just smoking
Did we all see it?
You all see it? Absolutely, you do.
Did we see Jack though, or did
Yeah.
I not see Jack?
Yeah, he's right there next to you. How do you miss him? You see these white flames burn the vines that were entangling him as that white flame just kind of pours into his veins and his scars.
Great. Another magic user, just what we need.
I don't know if he's. I think the forest, as Bindledank said, is somehow imbued him with some sort of temporary magic.
That will take us to Cal.
Probably some sort of druid or something.
Unless you got any movement or anything, Jack.
If I'm free and the flames are no longer over there,
They are still kind of lingering, but they are not giving off any heat. You see them start to kind of subside a little bit.
I'm just gonna start making my way over there.
Okay.
So I think I should get to right behind Esmeralda here. I'm just gonna make my way over there and see if there's any kind of source or see where it was coming from.
Fair enough.
Yep. That's it.
As you head over to there, that crack, still lingering bits of white fire. Cal, behind a tree up there, what are you doing?
I don't know what's ahead of me, so I'm gonna come back around.
Pop your head out and you see little bits of lingering white flames here starting to subside as Jack's hands are glowing white, kind of.
But there is another creature.
Yeah, Esmeralda's fighting it with sword and shield in hand.
Okay, so I should have advantage on attacking it with a bow?
You absolutely do.
Nice. Apparently I need advantage to do anything.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Real poor rolls. Alright, here we go.
24 will absolutely hit it.
Nice.
It does 7 points of damage.
Well.
Well, plus a d6. Toggle on that sneak attack. You have to roll the d6 separately now.
Yeah, I did.
I'll believe it when I see it. For 1 extra point of damage, as all you need was that 1 extra into I just wanted to see, as it directly goes into what you would imagine the skull of this creature would be. The vines split apart and wilt back down away. The shadows kind of subside from them as the vines are still animated around the space, but they aren't aggressive any longer. And we'll hop out of combat here.
I'll pick up some of the frozen. I'll pick up some of the frozen pile of trash, basically, from this.
Okay.
All right. Well, congratulations, Mr. Jack. It seems you have been chosen for power.
And what did the forest do to me?
I don't.
What is going on?
Might have lended you some of its power, but it seems you. Do I know what a sorcerer is?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Arcana? That's not one of my talents.
Arcant.
But I got a 20.
With a 20. Yeah, you've heard of people with. I mean, so the term sorcerer, like you've heard of mages or wizards or warlocks or what have you. But
so there are these beings that seem to have like innate magical powers.
Yeah.
And I think you might be one of them. I would consider them a type of wizard or a mage, maybe. But you have some powers, sir. And you, dear Mr. Fairyfolk.
He's just kind of like taking off some of the vines. Oh, thank you. I'm Phelan. Thank you, you brave souls.
It's a pleasure to meet you and to help you as well.
Well.
Well-mannered
as well.
Well, yes, it pays to be polite to people. And we have a request of you, if you do not mind listening to it. Which is why I came over to your circle in the first place.
Kind of crosses their arms and sits down, crossing their legs in the middle of the air as their wings kind of flutter about.
There's our friend up here. We are trying to lead Zytheris. No, actually, he would not say his name because he wouldn't just give somebody else's name away to a bear. He's okay giving his own name. But our friend up there is looking for their home, and we were wondering if you might know where dragons might be in these forests.
Dragons? I must say.
While Ben is asking that, Jack is looking at his hands and just like looking, and a sorceress burst accidentally fires off into the group. I don't know where it goes, but it's just gonna go off.
Yeah, it just kind of lands like in between all of them.
Oh, good
as you would see, multi-elemental magic just burst out of his hand.
I would suggest firing in a different direction, sir.
I didn't know I could do that. That was cool.
Cool and dangerous.
Can I study you?
Absolutely not. And don't ever ask me that again.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna lean in. It's like, it's best to just study from a distance. Observe everyone.
Esmeralda will put her hand on Jack's shoulder and be like, you might want to consider enrolling with the registry. They can help you control your magic.
There's also schools.
And there's also schools. I have connections. I can get you into a good school.
I mean, don't you think I'm a little old to be going to school?
No, not at all. There's plenty of very, very old magic users.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been really the schooling type. Staying in one room too long kind of irks me.
Well, if your magic does get too out of control, it does become a legal obligation to have to...
It's like it's probably some sort of, temporary thing.
I highly doubt that.
As he says that, it starts to fade from his hands. And it just kind of a new little scar forms.
Jack, that power, that heat, that was something.
Keith, you're one to talk, my friend. But I'm excited. This is insane. What else can I do? I'm excited to find out.
Weren't you saying yesterday that you don't trust magic folk?
Yeah, I trust myself though. Because I'm me, You can't trust yourself. Who can you trust?
Oh, here's Phelan, by the way.
No. Looks very untrustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he might like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
He found his way in there on purpose, and then he's like, "Oh no, I can't get out."
Help me out.
It was just those jerk vines. Like, I was just trying to get some acorns, and I see you put one there for me. Very gracious of you. And
it's a very good one. I found it earlier today.
I was trying to tell it a joke, and it didn't want to hear it. But you asked questions of me, and I might know the way.
I would love to hear your joke as well.
Oh
gosh.
I'm gonna send a message to Cal, and basically say, we should see what this fairy knows about the blue blade. if there's a way to ask without revealing ourselves.
Can I respond to the message,
Yeah.
Cantrip?
25 words.
Well, I don't think I've had much dealings with fairies. I'm still intrigued about our dragon friend.
Zytheris is just kind of cocking his head, staring at the fairy himself. But the pixie will kind of gesture to each of you. How about this? Instead of a joke, how about I reward your wits with a mild riddle? I'm just trying to test this one out, see if it works on most of your kind as well. Perhaps.
Well, we do have quite the range of demographic here.
Yes.
See where it works and where it doesn't.
I'm quite intrigued by all of this. Things have been strange here in the woods recently, but
That they have.
I digress. Well, riddle this. I dwell where shimmer turns to clue, by aged bark and morning dew. In arboreal vaults secrets lie. Reveal my name, where light meets sky.
I do. Can you repeat that?
No! You only get to hear it once. I feel like hearing it a second time would almost be cheating.
Oh,
My first answer pops in my head is sunset, but I don't know.
It's related to
Maybe sunrise.
trees of some kind, though. It's I dwell where clue meets.
Where shimmer turns clue.
Where shimmer turns clue.
That's just nonsense. Red herring.
Talking about maybe the ocean.
The horizon.
I dwell where shimmer meets clue. Something about arboreal.
do.
By aged bark and morning dew. Or arboreal vault, secrets lie. Reveal my name, where light meets sky.
Atmosphere?
I will
That's where
say one of you can make an intelligence check if you'd like.
Oh, can I?
What's your intelligence?
Silas is the smartest.
Good.
I have 16. Yeah.
Yeah, give me an intelligence check. With a 15, you were on the right track previously with your first aim.
Horizon.
Sunset. No,
Or
your first thing was sunset.
No.
My first thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say it. I said sunset. He did.
Oh.
I think I was talking about plants.
Yeah. Trees.
Shimmer meets clue. Arboreal vault. Morning dew. Light meets sky. Post it in the chat, please.
Treetop. Canopy.
Okay. Shimmer turns to- Where light
I will say
meets
with your
sky.
intelligence check, you did say a word that was the answer already.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Sunset.
Tree.
No. It was.
Well, what's your answer? I mean, if you
Rewind the
take too long
tape.
with these things, then, well, the the riddle runs its course, seemingly almost getting frustrated, but still smiling.
Hmm. I think you're on the right track, Silas, but I just can't figure it out. It's something to do with plants, right?
Yeah, plants. Something about plants or I don't know. Trees. But I don't understand some
Yes,
parts
and
of
then
it.
arboreal is that all plants, or is that just trees?
Arboreal is generally trees. Arboreal vaults makes me think of.
Well, reveal my name where light meets sky. I mean, whatever your answer is, let me know. I won't be taking any of your words that you speak until you say that this is your answer. You need to be sure.
It's probably a tree.
Is that your answer? Nope, take backsies.
What happens if we get it wrong?
It's just a test to see how his riddle works.
Yes, it's just a test. Sure thing.
Insight check.
Give me an insight check.
It's not a test.
Reveal my name where light meets a sky.
Hard to read, this pixie.
Mm.
They are known to be tricksy.
Yeah, I think the answer is a tree.
All right. I will take that as your answer. And you are truly perceptive. The answer is, of course, tree. Where else does the arboreal meet the sky and the light of the sky? Of course, the only plant that stretches up to the sky. Really, the first part, of course, is just nonsense, as you said. But I'll give you a hint in return for answering correctly. And you should take note of this. Where you're going, you can probably only take one of many, should you find them. So make sure it's the one that doesn't belong. Greed is never anyone's strong suit, and I hope I won't see it in you.
You said take the one that does not belong. What?
One of many.
So west then? I mean...
Oh, no, that's for something else entirely. But maybe not entirely. I'm getting off track. Yes, I will give you directions to where I believe you need to go.
Well, that is much appreciated.
I do have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Oh, with the
asking.
questions. Well, I will probably have an answer for you. You
Well, we're
might not
talking about
always like it, though.
We were talking about trees. I was wondering if you've noticed any trees around here that speak.
A talking tree? Are you mad?
No.
Gives a devilish kind of smile, like the one you see in the picture.
And, I mean, Benedict chuckles to himself as well.
It's a story that we heard from a old hunter.
Of course, the
town.
trees can talk. Now,
Yes,
the question is,
talk to the trees if you know how.
Yes, and will they listen? That's the harder thing, and getting them
Indeed.
intrigued. You shouldn't worry yourself about such nonsense. Trees talking. They're overrated anyways. They do provide good shade, though. Now, where you're headed is where water sings a sunlit song. A chime of light won't go wrong. And through the water makes it strong. And sounds of steel to bring along. That's where you'd like to go.
And of course, Silas remembers all of that and writes it all down, but me doesn't even remember the first thing you said.
And they'll point kind of off in a like southeastern direction. Yeah, through there somewhere.
Towards the river, I suppose.
I think the big river's the other way.
Oh, you all right?
I'm gonna go.
But-
You'll see it. But I really should be going. I'm pretty late as it is. Thank you for getting me out of that little bind there. And I,
Could I bend your ear one more moment, sir?
Oh, jeez, Louise.
I want to like have a side conversation, if I might.
A sidebar.
So,
I do enjoy a good secret here and there. Sure, we can go talk in that bush over there. And immediately just like flies into a bush.
and I fly after him if the flight still works, or try to fly after him.
It does for a brief moment as you tumble into the bush.
Oh, that is quite a fascinating spell. Thank you.
Oh, it's just a bit of dust.
Well, I just wanted to ask if you've noticed the magic's draining from the forest, right?
Well, as I said, things are weird.
I'm searching for a fix. Do you have any information on that?
No, that's what I was getting the acorns for.
Damn. All right, well, I'll try to find more acorns as well.
Gotta feed the squirrels, you know.
Mm-hmm. Always. All right, well, thank you, and be safe.
And
I run out of the bush.
the pixie never leaves the bush that you see. But yeah, as the pixie dissipates, leaving you in this kind of dappled, sunlit area. That's where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break. We'll pick up here in a few. So stick around, folks. We'll be back here in a minute and see where this goes as they follow the riddled clues of Phelan. We'll see you in a few. Alrighty, folks, we are back in it. Last we left off, our troop on their way to take Zytheris home into the woods somewhere. It came upon a trapped pixie named Phelan, fending off vines that had captured them. Seemed to erupt something in Jack. Unsure what that is. Phelan did offer some guidance for the way there with a couple of riddles and also pointed in a direction as you kind of gather around the nearby this fairy circle of toadstools around. What are you guys up to?
That first part of that riddle was interesting. Like the one of many.
Is
Like
that
the one that
supposed to
doesn't
be
belong
where we find the dragon's home?
I imagine this is just going to be the beginning. Fairies rarely give something straightforward, and this was even more roundabout. So I imagine this will be the start of us finding our way to their home. May take us more than a few days.
I think we should just go
Us-
the direction we were going and ignore all this fairy business.
Oh, it is not wise to do that, my lady. No, I think he was giving us solid advice. After all, we did rescue him, and he was very generous with that knowledge.
Goodness gracious.
I do not believe he was trying to lead us astray.
How do you even know which direction we were going? I mean,
Oh, we were
couldn't-
going quite well in that direction.
West. No, east.
No, east. We were going east.
We were going
Yes.
How,
east.
how can you see anything in these woods? They're so thick.
Oh, I've been here forever. My entire life.
It's very claustrophobic for me.
Oh, you see, when I'm out on the main roads there, it feels very too open, too exposed. Almost, I imagine, like if you lived underground and like see the sky for the first time, like you'd be imagining being sucked into the sky. You just don't hold tight enough to the ground. So it's very nice to be indoors when that feeling comes over you.
I can understand that. I like the feeling of seeing where the road is leading, or where the sun and the sky and the ground meet. Where light meets sky, so to speak.
Zytheris will just remark, that was part of the riddle.
Yes.
So if I remember, was there a lake in the forest, Stephen?
There's a river and a pond, but that's westward.
It's westward, so do I know of any water sources eastward?
There's plenty of streams and stuff flowing through the area. Small,
Alright, well,
small
I'm gonna-
rivers that aren't necessarily marked on maps.
Yeah, then I'll head towards the first one that I might know of in that direction that he led us to.
Sure.
Like, all right, everyone. I believe, if I remember correctly, there is a stream this direction that he pointed us in. We might find the first part of this water-making songs. Or, yes.
We'll say, as you're starting to make your way in the brambles nearby, kind of through a mass of them. Both Cal and Ben do see what looks to be something that just kind of glimmers almost and catches your eye.
What is it?
Yes. Something shiny.
I'll taptoe on over, trying to get a better look.
It's hard to make out what it is through this thick bramble. You might be able to reach in to get it, possibly.
Can I use Mage Hand to maybe either grab it or move the bramble out of the way?
So you can use Mage Hand to attempt to. You don't really have that fine mobility with the Mage Hand. But I'll say it might help you if you want to use it to push some of the brambles away.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, it kind of gets a better view slightly into this kind of glint of stone or metal within.
Do I need
Small.
a sleight of hand? Do I need a...
Is it not close
It-
enough?
it-
Would I be small enough to get into the spot where he's made
No,
clearing?
it is not that small. It is not that big. It's definitely small. Like it's probably big enough to reach your hand into. It will be a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
I will lower the DC because Mage Hand is kind of helping push some of the brambles away.
I've trained a lot in this. May I give it a go?
Oh,
Ben?
by all means.
What are you guys doing?
As you see him like looking in a bush of brambles.
It's no
I-
time for
I-
lollygagging or whatever they call it.
With a 26, deftly
It's fine.
sticking your
It's fine,
hand in
Esmeralda.
this bramble, reaching nearly up to your kind of shoulder, almost to reach in. You feel it, and you quickly, like getting that gold bar that you see go out of the plastic case thing,
Oh,
the
yeah.
glass case. You pull out what looks to be a band suitable for arm or leg width. A band of like a woven bracelet of braided vines, soft moss, and tiny luminescent petals, but it is kind of bound together by rings of metal and stone.
Ooh. It seems the forest has taken a liking to me, Ben.
Oh, I believe so. Quite a nice accessory you have there.
It is. Wonder what it goes for. Silas,
Yes.
you ever seen anything in your studies of this?
Does he hand it over? Or
I
just
put it
hold
on my
up?
wrist, and then I put it in front of your face.
Fair enough.
So I'll look it over. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that.
You can give me a nature check.
Could I have done that?
You could have,
But you didn't.
Didn't. Nope.
but you didn't.
You didn't ask.
It's like, oh, shiny, nice bracelet.
He didn't get asked.
Right.
Nope.
What is it made of? It's made of like vines.
Yeah, a woven
bunch of
bracelet of
stuff.
braided vines, soft moss, and some petals within it. Lightly luminescent. And there are bands of stone and metal within, or kind of like holding the braid together. It slips on nicely, and the thorns that are on the vines don't seem to puncture you at all.
And
Yes.
Ben, does this look like something you're familiar with? I'm not asking for a nature check, but maybe like in like your knowledge of just.
Could I do an investigation check to see who made it? Or like if I might be like fairy made or
I would say that'd
history
be
or a creature made.
that would be a history check.
I was going for
I can give a
history.
history check a try.
Yeah, trying to see where you would this craftsmanship. You're not sure, but it's definitely some
It's-
woodland being made it. You're not sure if it's like
It's vaguely
dryads
familiar,
or
but I'm not
fairies.
sure.
Could have been gnomish make. You're
Looks
not
like what
sure
just
with
attacked
the
us.
artisan that made it.
This is less shadowy though and scary looking. And anyone fancy it? Not partial to it, of course.
I mean,
don't
I'd
even
like
know
to
what it is.
I'd like to study it if I could.
Oh, okay. I'll try slipping it off.
It would take
Just
if you
silence?
want to study it would take like an hour to if you want to try to find out if it does anything.
Yeah, we'll
It
do
loo-
that.
it looks
I'll
like
do
that.
as-
Ooh,
It's
very
pretty.
pretty.
I'll do that as we're bedding down. or if we take a rest.
It's actually very pretty.
Yeah. Alright. Well, this way, unless we find any more interesting artifacts or creatures in the forest.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes and
yes,
ears
do
open
keep
for
your-
talking trees.
Do keep your eyes out. You want to be aware of your surroundings in this area.
Zytheris,
Yeah. What?
you
He's just kind of gazing around at all the trees and stuff.
you want a shoulder to lay on?
I don't mind flying, but thanks for asking.
No problem.
You guys are real helpful doing this. Really appreciate it.
Any of this seems familiar at all, by any chance?
These definitely look like the kind of trees.
Ooh.
Do you perhaps remember the stream that he was talking about, the water that makes such wonderful music at the sun?
Music. I do remember
Or water.
hearing some babbling from the water.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you mentioned a sweet melody.
Yes, you did.
Yes, there was a melody. It was
All right. Well,
entrancing. But I got distracted.
Ben, I believe Ben has the direction.
He has our bearing.
All right, then I will mount up.
All right.
Rough Riders.
As you mount up,
Oh.
Who walks slowly next to Esmeralda.
you.
How are you in the forest?
Yeah.
Miss Esmeralda, how are you enjoying the trip into the forest?
How am I enjoying it?
Yes.
I've been to plenty of forests. There are many forests near my father's estate, and we often go hunting.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You mentioned that you were an avid hunter and that you
Yes.
enjoy camping very much. Denison makes another note in his book.
It's actually at the
Yes.
edge of the Kingswood, but just the eastern side of it.
I love camping. All the music and the dancing and the big fires and the plenty of food.
Hmm.
Wonderful.
That is a different kind of camping. Understood. Very well.
As you make your way, Binteldank kind of atop your steed, and the rest of you beside and behind. You spot what looks to be someone a little bit taller than Binteldank, maybe about 4.5 feet tall. Bushy, blonde hair. Like a 12-year-old kid. A dog by his side, like a bloodhound. Traveling through the woods. Looking about with glossy eyes, just examining the trees and following the hound kind of from tree to tree as the dog is sniffing.
Hey there, kid. Hey, this forest is real dangerous. You okay?
The child turns towards you as you speak out to it. And yeah, it's a boy of maybe 12 years old. Smiles and waves. And like kind of points and looks at his dog for a moment. Keeps walking along.
Oh, there must be a village nearby. I don't recall.
Is that a friend of yours, Ben?
Potentially, but I do not recognize them. Excuse me, sir. Could I have a moment of your time?
Sir, that was a young child.
The kid looks up again. Shrugs. Looks up at the tree line, like peer through it into the sun. Looks back towards you all. almost looks like he's snapping his fingers, doesn't make a noise. As the dog turns towards you all, and then back to the child. The pair walk into a large trunk of a tree.
And disappear in it?
And disappear into it.
Oh.
Huh.
I'm getting background noise from Aiden.
Yeah, damn, we're getting some
Aiden.
voices from you.
You getting voices from me?
Yep,
Background noise.
yeah.
Like, do you have like a TV on or something?
Oh, that's my dad in the next room. He's 75. Let me ask him to turn it down real second.
Fair enough.
So
I'm not
Forest
going
magic.
inside a random tree.
no. I believe that I don't know that we will be able to follow. That is some
Only-
mildly powerful forest magic, I believe.
And plus, only fools would jump into random portals that they just first see.
Is this normal forest magic, or is this the type of magic you were referring to as out of the ordinary?
No, I believe this would be normal. I mean, at least depending on how it's being done. I've seen adept magic users in different various tribes, towns use. I don't know. Some call it like tree walking or something like that. I do not know. It's not my purview, as it were. But yes, it. I suppose depending on how they are accomplishing the fact, it could be very normal. It could be wildly out of the ordinary. We wouldn't know unless we investigated, you know?
I think you're referring to druidic magic, but I wouldn't expect a boy of that age to be able to
Well, you
carry
see,
out
fairies don't always look like our previous encounter. They could look like a young boy and be ancient. They could be two creatures and be ancient. That could be some foul creature that appears to be two beings and is really one.
Oh,
We wouldn't know unless we, were able to speak to it, see its true form.
Oh dear.
well, let's go.
Go after it? Yes.
Wait.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
No. We must take Zytheris back to his home.
That exactly. We don't have time to be following
But
children.
that would be
But
very, very interesting. That could be part of the riddle. Where we're supposed to pick one of many.
Who do not belong.
Mm-hmm.
That tree certainly doesn't belong. I mean,
yeah, that was the most interesting we've seen in a few hours since leaving the ferry.
I mean, we don't belong, so I just figured we were the
Excuse me. I belong very much here.
well, one of many, but I don't.
Oh.
I certainly have never been into a forest.
You haven't.
I like the cities more.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense.
it's kind of a new experience for me as well.
Well, do you want to investigate the tree? As Bindlebeck has a huge smile on his face, like eyes wide, like. Or shall we move forward? Hmm.
I'm going to follow you, Ben, because this is your forest, and
Well, I do not wish to take the group places they do not wish to go.
The tree's like 40 feet away.
I vote for the tree.
All right, and I
as,
immediately run to
Cal
the tree.
will-
You run up to the tree, a tall
Boom.
oak tree, sturdy, about
But I-
maybe
but I
7 feet around.
I start investigating, looking, seeing if I can I'm gonna start putting my hands all over it. Just
Give
maybe
me
even
a
smelling the bark.
Give me a survival check.
10.
With 10. You don't find anything quite out of the ordinary about this tree. Seems solid, sturdy. It's a tree. Big oak tree.
Knock, knock. It seems to be that this is just a regular tree. I was correct in assuming that gentleman, or whatever they may be, was using magics.
Well, let me see if I can look at the tree and.
Perhaps you can detect the magics they were using.
Yes, I think I could. I think I have a spell for this. I'll bring out my my spell book.
What does your spell book look like?
Oh, it's kind of like an old tattered, nothing fancy, probably plain leather bound pages. I think probably not neatly assembled. It looks kind of like a it looks almost like a hand assembled
Okay.
book rather than something that you'd find at a fancy college or anything like that.
Fair enough.
But I'll cast Detect Magic.
Like the binding might be releasing in certain places to where it's almost like leafing out the pages.
Yeah, or the pages like don't match, like I've taken
I
things and
gotcha.
just like, yeah.
That's
Shoved
cool.
them in there. Yeah, what does it look like as you cast Detect Magic ritually? Are you ritually casting?
I could ritually cast it. Yes, it would take 10 minutes. So I guess I should ask the group first before I do that.
Oh, Bendeldane just assumes that most spells are cast ritually.
That's fair.
It's like everybody casts by 10 minutes because like he's not in a hurry to do anything really, and that's how the whole feel of his village is they're not in a hurry.
How about the rest of you? Could I see if I
I'll
can detect?
stand guard, I suppose.
Okay.
By all means, take your time.
Yeah, I think maybe this forest, I might be like what you call it, druidic. I might be druidic or a druidic. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I can run through the tree.
Well, if you want to talk about it at some point, I'd love, like I said, to. I don't have to study you, but I could certainly. Anyway, let me focus on this. So it's probably ritual casting for me might look like me studying my book and tracing lines in the air, and talking and muttering to myself.
Okay.
What does Detect Magic look like? It's, it probably doesn't even look like much because it's very internal to me, because I'm the one detecting it. So it's probably going to be more of a just a shimmer in my eyes.
Okay.
That probably slowly, as for the ritual, just slowly becomes more potent.
Or maybe the glasses kind of shimmer.
Yeah, I think
style.
it's more related. Yeah, I think it's more related to the eyes, but
Okay.
but yes, it's kind of a shimmer of the eyes that the glasses probably magnify
Fair enough.
to some
As you're
extent.
detecting magic in this moment, there isn't any around. I would say the armband that was picked up that Cal's wearing currently is magical.
What school?
I don't know.
I get to know.
Yeah, I know. Probably conjuration. Yeah, conjuration.
Okay. Well, this tree isn't magical, unfortunately. This armband certainly is. but I'll need to study it more to figure out what exactly it does.
You can try to attune to it.
Doesn't that take an hour?
It does.
Yeah, so I don't have any time to do that right now.
I'm just saying one could.
One could.
Yes.
Indeed.
But yeah, no magic about the area.
So that was a waste. I'm sorry.
I would say it's not a waste. We know for certain that the tree is real and not magical, and that the person or thing that went into it was magic themselves or created the magic that performed that action. So we've deduced that they were a magician of some kind, or a creature of some kind.
And we've also deduced that this does not alter our traveling direction.
Indeed, you are correct, ma'am.
Unless Jack would like to try to run into the tree.
I would suggest you not.
No, you don't think it'll work?
No, it is magic, and you would need to be able to perform that magic, sir.
Well, yeah, I'm like magic now.
It seems that your magic
I thought you said it was
is
temporary.
harder, and also harder to control currently, as you do not appear to be in control of it.
Well, what if he runs into the tree really hard?
I cannot carry him.
Let's not make old men run into trees.
No, I don't know where I would go, so I mean that.
Yes, and we would not be able to follow you if you weren't able to pass through by some means.
I mean, I could take like a rope, but that's fine. We don't need to do that.
Anyway,
Perhaps we will see the person in the future. All right, let's see how he looks around, does a little like a 360, licks his finger, puts it in the air, and then is like this way towards the creek.
Oh,
Esmeralda doesn't question it because she's literally never... She's always had a guide. She's never walked alone in a forest.
Fair enough. Continuing onward. About 5 or so minutes would pass before you do hear the trickling of a small creek nearby. Through the bushes and brambles and undergrowth of the forest, you would see a woman kind of knelt down by the creek. A couple of buckets next to her. Simple kind of bandana head wrap. It looks like she's in a bluish kind of dress. Classic like apron, like, you know, medieval house mom kind of thing. Looks like she's gathering some water from the small creek.
I forgot to ask, Ben, do people live in the forest?
You don't know of any
Oh,
humans that live out here.
I mean, occasionally I do not know of anyone, but I would not imagine, it's hard for some hermit to come find their way out here and live. I mean, if they are particularly adept at survival or magics to allow them to survive in the forest, I don't see why not. It's of course easier to do it as a community, but
Okay.
So there's just a woman there?
Yeah, she's gathering water.
Just water.
Oh,
Do we see
greetings,
her?
madam.
As she's greeting her, can I look around for like a home, someplace that if it's close by?
Yeah, give me a perception check. It kind of looks like this, like you're classic like headdress kind of
Stereotypical.
Yeah.
I am rolling rash.
Yeah, you see creek. I would say as you're looking around, the little bit of light that filters through does shimmer extremely well across Zytheris' body scales.
Is my detect magic still up, or has it?
It is.
Do I sense any magic?
Give me a perception check. See if you see any magic about the... Actually, you know what? It would be an investigation check.
Investigation.
The 15. You notice that this woman is faintly giving off illusion magic.
Like her whole body.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And the bucket's next to her.
I think I should mention I'm still detecting magic in the area, and this woman is illusory.
Oh, did she answer me?
What did you say to her?
Oh, I said, good day, madam.
Oh, she'll turn around and smile at you and wave.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you mean. She waved at me. Illusions can't. I don't know. Can illusions wave?
Illusions.
And
can
Bindledake creates a minor illusion of a hand waving.
Oh.
She is either completely not real or some other thing in disguise. We should be cautious here.
Well, she's quite friendly. If it was... I mean, she's not telling us to approach or anything.
Perhaps we should stay away.
Excuse me, where's your, we know you're an illusion. Where is your, magic user? We'd like to speak with them.
Her brow kind of furrows. She looks around, like kind of peering up and down the creek, and then kind of behind her across the creek. And then back to you all. Shrugs and picks up her 2 water pails. And just walks into the water, disappearing into the creek.
Is that
Could I figure out or determine what kind of creature she is by that action?
No.
Damn it.
Is she a creature?
Yeah, it's just like the boy and the dog, right?
Weird.
Yes,
Who wants to go for a swim?
It's like maybe a 3-foot wide small creek at this point. It's pretty shallow. Maybe 2 feet deep at its deepest.
Could I do a perception check for Melody?
Sure, give me an ear, a listen out, give me a perception check. An 11. You don't hear anything.
It's better than my 10, man.
It is better than the 10. You hear a rustle in the overhead of the canopy.
Oh, squirrels. And I immediately start looking for acorns.
You find an acorn.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, because I had the conversation with the guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm looking for acorns. And I'm like, yeah, they got to give them to the squirrels. And I'm like, yeah, you're fucking right, dude. And I'm like, see a squirrel, and I'm start looking for acorns, let everybody else do their thing.
Fair enough. But yeah, you guys are at the creek.
I think that fairy is messing with us. I think this is the fairy's doing.
Oh no, I believe he was on the level, or they were on the level. And I continue, like, he is on his hands and knees looking through, like, the underbrush for, like, the perfect acorn.
Absolutely.
I'll walk to the edge of the creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zytheris will approach the creek as well. He'll lap up some of the water. This is quite refreshing. His scales glisten in a little bit of light shining through.
Alright, so what do we need? We need light, and we need to make steel make noise, right? That's the fairy said. The steel makes the sounds of steel. We gotta bring that, and then there's the chime, the light. So we gotta light up.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I believe my shield is steel. My armor is probably iron. No, it's probably steel. No, it's iron chainmail.
Huh.
Oh, well, it's close enough. I don't think it has to actually be steel, as long as it just makes a clinking sound.
And does that have to light up too?
Well, Aiden has fire.
Is
I have light.
is
Yeah.
there any sunlight hitting the water?
Not here, no.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to do this at a
Well, I
place
mean,
where water makes a noise.
you're right. But what time of day is it?
I'd say it's about 1
Hmm.
o'clock in the afternoon at this point.
Okay, so there should be some like
Yeah.
sunlight hitting the water, but it's
Yeah,
not-
but it's not like as lit up as like different parts of the forest. A little shimmer here and there, but not
Oh.
crazy.
This might be the wrong creek. There are several throughout the forest. We could keep moving forward, or we could investigate what's going on in this area with the supposed child and the supposed woman.
The creek does run both north and south here.
That's
Zytheris, any recollection?
Well, north would take us out of the forest, right?
I think the water tastes right. Yeah.
I think south would be the way to go. Jack, your deductive reasoning seems to be working well.
Does Zagreus is it what's his name? Zagreus?
Zytheris.
Zytheris. Does he look weird? Does he look strange now? Like acting? Is he acting strange ever since he drank the water?
No.
He didn't seem sure that the water tasted fine. That's all.
Is he giving off illusion too?
No. He's not giving off any magic.
He's not a cat though, or
No, he's in dragon form out here.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
Follow this thing south, right?
We can do that. I'm up for that.
All right.
Why south?
North, we are very close. We are closer to the northern edge of the forest than we are the southern edge of the forest.
Okay, well, let's head south.
Well, I mean, how he didn't. Yes, again, Zytheris did not recollect how long it took him to get to the village. So, just assuming that it took him a long time.
So
I
we're
assumed
just
it took
going
under a day.
either.
Played with the butterfly, walked for a little bit, and was in the village.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so it might have
that's
been
about
within
it.
a day. So, was it within a day? Did the sun rise and fall? Did you sleep?
I slept in the barn.
Okay, so maybe north is the way to go.
Geographically, how big is the forest?
Hundreds of miles.
Quite large.
Yeah.
Yes, quite large. Days to travel.
Okay.
Which direction is the river running?
Run south,
Runs-
away from the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the one to make this decision.
Well, if we go north and it's a dead end in terms of the investigation, we can always go south, and we won't have spent as much time going north.
I like that idea.
All right. Yes, north it is.
I like it.
All right. As you follow the creek northward, about 45 or so minutes pass, climbing up small escarpments and, through the brush. You come to arrive at a small, secluded glade, kind of widened portion of the slow-flowing stream. The water drifts lazily over smooth stones. Occasionally, amid the gentle ripples, where you see some rocks kind of jutting out of the water, a few, streams have rocks in them. But I would say Binteldank and Cal would notice that one of these stones, barely above the surface of the water, looks like it bears a small symbol on it. The air here vibrates almost with expectation.
This place seems very interesting to me. And I see, Cal, you have noticed the same things I have.
Yes, it's bringing back slight remembering of what that old man was telling me and Silas.
Oh, what was he telling you?
Something about the waters reflecting back into the sky.
Do we see a reflection of the sky in this water?
The sun does meet the water here pretty well, peeking through the canopy, and as it is quite a widened portion of this stream, which I almost call this a small kind of like pool where it gathers for a moment, widened to like maybe 50 or 60 feet, dotted with like stones kind of throughout the stream. Yeah, and the sun kind of hits the water occasionally. But I would say the sun is always hitting the water pretty well, actually, for the most part. I would say the one stone that you did find is in the shade.
Is it close to the shoreline, or is it out there in like
It's
a good distance?
This one's close to the shoreline. It does. It's almost like it's stacked on top of other stones, and it's just barely breaking the surface of the water, maybe about 5 feet away from the shore. It's a large, not quite a boulder, but it's a large stone, probably as big as Binteldank.
Yeah, I was about to say, as much as I wish to go and investigate this symbol, I feel it'll be a rough time for me. And I don't wish to get my hair wet this time. My beard.
Anyone very good at dealing with the water?
It's not super deep there either. Like, I'd say at most, like near the center of the stream, it might get to be about 8 feet deep. But before that, like near the edges, it's like maybe a foot.
I'm not going in the water. I'd have to take off all my armor, and it's just it's way too much work.
Oh, it's the height of the stone is my height, but it's in the water only like a foot deep.
Cal starts going into the water.
Yeah, the surface. Yeah, easily walk into the water. Doesn't even come up above your boots.
Aiden seems apprehensive about the water.
Once I see that the water's not that deep, I'll go out there with him. I'm not like, I just didn't want to be swimming while everybody else was standing.
Absolutely.
I mean, how much of this? So you said that Binteldank and Cal were the ones to notice this, but I'm assuming we're all.
We're not being quiet about it.
But you didn't point it out to everyone, did you?
I mean,
we had an
we're
open
not being
conversation.
quiet
I was
about
like,
we're all grouped together in a huddle,
I was like,
right?
hey, you notice the same thing I noticed, right? And we're having this conversation openly.
As they walk out and look at a rock.
Yeah, Cal's like pointing at the rock, and then we talked about old man Joris.
Then I would follow you into the water as well.
What's this symbol look like?
It looks, as you approach it, it's pretty easily seen that it resembles what looks to be a classic symbol of the sun.
Reflection of the sun.
With a where the sun hits the water just right, and I'll say that directly to Cal.
I would like to take out my scimitar and just flat of it, clang it against the sun rock.
It makes a little ting, clanging against the sunrock.
Yeah, well, the sound of steel brings it along, and I was like, let me see if anything happens.
Yeah, I mean, I have a
No?
short sword and dagger, so I guess I'll clang those together.
Yeah, you clang your swords together. Nothing happens.
We need a chime of
Right.
light.
I would like to just inspect this entire rock.
Yeah.
Hands all over, looking for crannies, like anything
Yeah,
that might.
looking
if
over
it
this
moves.
rock is unmoving for sure. The only thing on it would be the symbol of the sun.
I push the sun in like the center. I push all like the rays that might be like there. I'm like, this thing is not.
It's like a rune that's been carved into it.
So it's not this specifically. What could it be?
Am I detecting any magic?
Your detect magic has worn off about 40 minutes ago.
Okay, can I look at this from just like from a magical perspective to see if there's
Sure. Give me a Arcana check. As you inspect it, are you going into the water with them?
Yes.
All right. I'd say with a 15, as you glean it over, it's almost like it's a lock and you need the key.
There is something about this, but
it doesn't look like that bracelet has anything to do with it, does it, Steven?
The bracelet is made of vines and moss. This is made of rock.
But it's in the shade.
It's in the shade.
We need the sun to hit this.
Yes, you're right. I think we'll have to wait for the right time of day.
Or why is it in the shade though? Is there something? Is it what's above us?
Trees. Canopy.
How shiny is Esmeralda's shield?
Oh, I shine my shield every morning.
Miss Esmeralda, could you perhaps use your shield to bounce the sunlight onto this rock here, directly on the symbol, if you would?
Is it that kind of shield? Is it like an iron shield?
That's up to you. You tell me. I don't know.
Yes. It is. It is. If that is what rich people would have, she has a shiny iron shield that.
Or would you have your family crest on it?
No. Well, no, because she's in her.
Her issued equipment.
Yeah, she's in her
Just
issued
taking good care of
equipment.
it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Well, I does she polish it herself?
Yes.
Has she not polished it? Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah, she takes care of her shit.
It's manual labor. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I do my hair. I mean,
show yourself better than everyone else. He
yeah,
doesn't say that out loud.
I'll do that. I'll try to direct. I'll try to make it like a mirror kind of thing.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand with advantage.
My great dexterity.
I know.
An 11.
With an 11, you end up kind of tumbling into the water to catch the sunlight. So you go a few feet out a little further as you're maybe 3 or 4 feet into the water, tumbling in.
Ugh.
But that glint of light does kind of reflect onto the stone. As the rune lights up, you would hear a soft chime kind of resonate. Zytheris kind of perks up as you hear that chime and the rune of the sun lights up. I think that's part of it. That was part of the song that I heard. The melody. That's... Yeah.
Zytheris, what are your scales, like, made of? Would you say they're steel? You're very metallic.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Could, you make sound with them? Like, maybe, tapping them together? Or when you fly, your fly's not making much of a sound because your wings are leathery.
I try to keep as quiet as I can.
Hmm.
But I can make a noise with them if you'd like. As he scratches his scales, it makes a loud nails against the chalkboard kind of screech.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I don't
I'm
think
already
that...
out of the water, trying to get the water out of my boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't seem... appears that's the one.
The
Hmm.
riddle says we have to go through the water.
Through the water makes it strong. The sound of steel bring
We heard the
along.
chime of light that won't go wrong. Through the water makes it strong. The sounds of steel to bring along through the water.
So we have to make a sound through the water? Or do we have to go through the water?
I don't know. Can we go through the water?
I mean, it does get deeper in some parts.
I don't think
How
I can
about
swim in chainmail, can I?
Not well.
You'll probably be like half speed or whatever.
Well, let's. So does the deeper part? So as it's lit up, like, is the deeper part by the stone itself, or
No, this stone is in the shallows. This one.
okay?
Like right. Like maybe like 4 feet away from the edge of the creek.
Well, I think we should head into the water at this spot now that the rune is lit up.
I think so.
Into the water and get all wet, man. You ever try working in wet clothes? Rubs all
Yes.
the wrong way.
Oh, I'm not afraid of little water.
Until you're
I'll
walking
start.
around for 8 hours in wet clothes.
No, we will definitely need to dry our clothing afterwards.
I'll start trudging
How-
deeper into the
How does
water.
Aiden feel about all this water talk?
I'm not going into the water.
Aiden is very apprehensive about the water. He's not too fond about the idea of going in.
The good sir and I will stay on land where it's nice and dry. She'll just kind of stand next to Aiden.
I'm good over here too.
I'll head deeper to the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Esmeralda will just kind of go like elves, right?
As the 3 head deeper into the water, I would like for each of you to give me a perception check.
Perception.
Ooh,
Hey, I rolled good again. Yeah.
nice.
I
All
did
right.
average.
Silas, kind of more overjoyed with like that feeling of the water coursing through, like across your skin. Soothing feeling for sure, one that you haven't felt in some time. Natural element kind of distracts you as Binteldank and Cal. Well, Binteldank would notice 2 things. Cal would notice 1. But both Cal and Binteldank would notice another much larger stone within the water. Has another etching in it. In the shadows. Binteldank, starting to kind of swim around, looking into the water further. Barely visible. A 3rd stone. Another symbol on it.
What's the 3rd symbol? Can I tell from there?
You are unsure. Let me double check. It is in the deep, darkest parts. You got 21. It's something long and pointy. It is worn more than the others. I would say the one that both you and Cal saw looks like a droplet of water.
All right, so we've got a sunlight, a drop of water, and a dick. All right.
More or less.
I mean, it's a sword. Come on. All right. I found another symbol, or two more symbols. One over there.
Under the water?
I'm going to show you. Like, I did make this map just for funsies, but I'm going to show you what it looks like.
This is under the water?
Yeah, right at the edge of the, or, you know.
So where's the
The first symbol
second
you
and
found
first
was
two?
here. The largest one is up here. Or actually not the largest, that's the one that both Binteldank and Cal found. And the one that Binteldank found was deep in the depths of the water, in the darkest portion there.
And that was the one with the water droplet, or no?
Water droplet is up here.
Okay.
It appears that
while the one that he can't quite make out is down there.
I think the last of the riddle is down there in the water. It's very vague, but if all of these to be deduced, that would be the steel, a sword.
Well, here, let me
You'll have to hold your breath.
Can I cast light on what do I have, a staff?
I don't know what you got.
I forgot what I used last time.
You have a dagger.
A dagger. Oh, it's on the amulet I'm wearing.
Oh, you do have a quarterstaff too.
Yeah. I'll cast it on my amulet and I'll head down to take a look.
At the one that cannot be that is undecipherable.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell out, "Hey, Cal, could you splash?"
No.
Is this one underwater as well?
Yes,
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
So it's already got water on there.
Mhm.
What was the rest?
I would say while it's going on, yeah, Silas, you can give me an investigation check as you investigate, try and figure out what this rune might have been.
Can I use my
You do have inspiration. You can use it. You are a human. Well, you're half human. With the 17, best you can tell, looks like a long blade. Like, if you're kind of tracing it out, you can kind of almost make out where the handle would be for the blade, and the sword guard, and like a long blade symbol.
A long sword.
Yeah.
It's a dick. I'll
Nailed it.
emerge. I'll emerge and I'll be like, Esmeralda, we're going to need you down here, I think, unless you want to let us borrow your sword.
Borrow my sword. Why? What for?
Well, I think the last part of the riddle requires your sword to hit the stone down here.
How far is this? Ooh, 25 feet?
Yeah. You can there's like a tree you can, like, if you wanted to hop, you certainly can.
Mm-hmm. I like to avoid, I mean, as much as possible.
Yeah.
She'll, All right, but I want it back, and don't scuff it.
All right, can I even handle it?
It drags you right to the bottom.
Yeah.
It's just a long sword.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
you're good.
heavier than a normal sword.
Weighs like 5 pounds.
Okay, so I'll take it and I'll. Bin, do you want to do the honors?
Sure. Just let's go. And I'll take the long sword in both hands and like let it weigh me down
Okay.
and be like blah, 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 blah. Tink. Like go like I'm gonna let it like go point first towards the stone and drag me down.
Absolutely. You hear the sound of the metal hitting the rock like a typical, what you would kind of barely hear beneath the water. Nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
While they're doing this,
Oh.
what's everyone else doing, if anything?
Aiden's just watching.
Esmeralda will glance back at the two people on the shore. I don't want to say the two humans because it sounds. And she'll kind of like give them she'll like roll her eyes and shrug. Like, these guys, am I right?
I would say Aiden and Jack both would see Zytheris just simply just swimming in the water. The scales glistening in the bits of the light that are around.
Oh, I mean, it looks like everybody's doing it. Care for a swim?
I really don't like water.
Did his
I mean-
family die in the water or something?
Yeah.
Isn't that what he said?
His wife, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't you
He
remember,
hasn't
Jack?
bathed in years.
I bathe. It's
In a
natural
very
body
shallow
water.
body of water.
Doesn't it give you trauma to see a woman so close to water?
It does.
Oh.
He's sweating. Just like get back on the shore.
What's Cal up to during this then?
I was swimming over
Okay.
because they found something. So
Yeah,
heck
and
yeah.
they tink the sword on a stone. Nothing happens.
But if that doesn't work,
Nothing
did you say it was an indention or was it could I fit the sword in the indention kind of deal?
No,
you better
no,
not.
it's not that.
Okay.
It's the rune is barely there, so it's just kind of carved into the rock.
Okay. I'll take out my scimitar and kind of like clink them together if I can. See if that does anything, and if that doesn't, I'm going to come back up top.
Nothing happens.
Ah, well. It appears that that's not the solution, and I'll give Esmeralda back her sword. Thank you for the use of your fine weapon.
Yeah.
But we have a symbol that appears to be a sword down there. We have the symbol for water up top, and the symbol for the sun that will be turned on the
Which
shoreline.
is still giving off this low chime every now and then.
Hmm.
We have to activate. So there's nothing happening with the water stone, right?
All right, so we did maybe you're right. Maybe we have to do the water one first. Make it glow, as in like the stanzas of the riddle. So I'm gonna swim up top and investigate the stone.
Yeah, that stone looks like clearly visible droplet of water has been carved into like a little rune.
And where is that one?
Where Binteldank's at.
And
Under the water.
is that one under the water?
It is under the water.
And it's a pretty big stone as well, right?
It is much bigger than
What?
Vinteldank.
Yeah, so I can't lift that out of the water.
Already wet.
Yeah. But it doesn't. It's not say the water makes it strong, but that doesn't tell you what we need to do with it. Like the other one was like wanting light.
Yeah, can I lift this one out of the water?
No.
Mm,
Can he roll it? Because it's like through the water. Can he move it at all?
I'm pretty weak.
Like, can I go down there and try to help him, like push it or something like that, just to see if it will move? Just be like,
Are you proficient in athletics?
what am I
Heck no.
proficient? I am negative. No, sir.
So one of you guys
We have
could
to-
roll in athletics if you'd like to try to move this rock.
Is anyone strong?
That wants to come try to move this rock.
Esmeralda's whistling and she's shining her sword.
What if we have to carry the light via the sword? From the first stone to the second and the
Oh,
third.
see if you can light up the sword with the first stone and then bring it through the water to make it strong or something like that.
Yes, something like that.
Okay.
We have to.
I have a no, I have a short sword.
Oh, you do? Okay, give it a try.
I'll whip out the short sword, and tap it on the stone.
Nothing happens.
Well, that sucks.
I will allow for Cal and Silas to give me intelligence checks. Memory.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, bits of it is coming back, but
The
Oh, how much did it
conversation that you
save?
had yesterday.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I would say Silas. Something about this like is ringing a bell with what the old hunter was saying.
I didn't write down enough of what the old hunter was saying.
Oh boy.
Something about the trees speak, sun shining just right, waters of the river to worry about. Dark wood. That's all I
Yeah,
have.
that sounds good.
Is that enough to solve
Yeah.
this riddle?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Trees speak, sun shining just right, waters of the river to worry about. Darkwood.
I haven't found it.
Well, are there anything special about the trees near the here, or why? What's up with this tree? Is it just broken
it's
down?
just broken down. I like that.
Okay, it's not.
It looks
yeah,
cool.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't fashioned that way by somebody, like specifically put there. All right.
It's just one of the
Does
art
any-
assets that I really like.
No, that's cool. I'm good with that, but I gotta ask the question.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Darn, I wrote nothing down from what he said. I think it's because, well, like we didn't really get to talk to him because it was kind of like
The intro, yeah.
Yeah, what he said.
I'm trying to write down more.
Notes
Just
help.
'cause-
I will say that the notes that you wrote are sufficient there.
Repeat what you wrote.
Trees speak, sun shining just right, waters of the river to worry about.
Can we
Dark.
make the sunshine using the shield on the other rocks then?
Potentially.
Certainly try.
You could certainly try.
I mean, Miss Esmeralda, would you mind perhaps coming back to the rocks out here and trying your shield trick to shine the light down here in the shadows?
Starts jumping across. I'm not stepping in the water though, so
Well, I mean, the water will do some reflecting maybe, but perhaps we can do it just right.
she'll try. She'll try. She'll try to maneuver it.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand with advantage. This one is deeper and darker into the shadows.
I'm gonna use my tactical mind
Okay.
to reroll.
To roll. Well, it gives you a tactical mind gives you a D10.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh. Then in that case, I'm gonna use my inspiration,
Okay. Which is just a reroll of one of the dice.
and then I will use
Okay.
tactical mind.
The 14 is indeed a failure.
So 18.
Turning into an 18. Getting this, it takes a moment to get the light just right as the shadows
She
seem
really does not want to fall in the water.
Yeah. The light does shimmer on there as you hear a loud sound of a gong. And the first one chime stops.
Did it stop lighting up?
It stopped lighting up.
Fuck. Well, it appears that we have done it out of order, and we'll have to start again, I believe.
Oh God.
So we will have to shine the light on the stone over there at the shoreline, the stone at the top, and then the stone down here.
Esmeralda will just you come here. Silas, was it?
Yes.
Here. She'll just give him her shield.
I'm not very strong.
Oh, is it too heavy for you? Oh, where's the other
Wait.
one?
Steven,
Yeah.
our thieves' tools comes with a mirror.
Sure.
Can me and Silas use those?
That's what they are.
Yeah, Silas. Silas.
Me
Let's
use
maybe
the
just use our
bulky shield.
tools.
Does it have to be sunlight? I did cast light.
Seem to have
Well,
no effect
perhaps.
on
Well,
It
you would
seems
cast light
daylight
on
might be
your
what you need.
your weapon, right? I think daylight is the thing, but maybe if you cast light on the stone itself or the symbol itself, maybe. But it's still pushing it. I think you need sunlight.
Yeah. All right. I'll give. So
Yeah, we both have mirrors on our thieves' tools.
You do.
I don't think I have an actual mirror in any of the pack.
well, we know we can make the sunlight rock light up. I think maybe then we'd go to the water rock and then the sword rock.
I
think
will
that's the-
like for everyone to give me a wisdom check.
Uh-oh.
Wisdom check.
Yeah, just a wisdom check.
I'm great at those. I'm very wise.
16.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about Aiden?
Uh-oh.
Well, he's muted.
No, I'm here. I just ran to the bathroom for a second.
Okay.
Wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Wisdom check, please. Yes. Okay. I would say Jack and Aiden, as well as Cal, you would notice this at the same time. Only because it's so distracting. But Zytheris is a very reflective surface himself.
Oh my goodness.
Almost like he's been given the tools the whole time.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Zytheris.
He pops up out of the
I
water.
did try to use him earlier, but not for reflection. I tried to use him to make the steel sound, and then I forgot about it completely.
Like, yeah.
It seems we are in need to use of your personal skills.
Oh, I've got those, I think.
It would seem that we need to reflect the sun off of you.
Oh, so you mean my personal scales?
I kill Zytheris.
As he flops over gracefully across there, kind of like almost like a water cat dragon.
Now, you two in the water, What was you saying the order is?
Well, I think we know for sure that the sunlight lights up first, and then the sword, lighting up the sword, seemed to cancel that out. So I suggest we try the sun and then the sword.
The sun, the water, the sword. Zytheris, please be so
Sorry.
kind.
Didn't mean to show you that again.
Here's a bracelet. I can show you that.
Yeah,
Some-
I can help out with one of those if you want.
I would greatly appreciate it.
Wait, with one of those?
Yeah.
Do you have to shine? Oh,
Oh, you have to shine them on. Oh,
the
I
same
see,
time.
I see. At the same time.
To create a song.
Man. So which one should he be?
probably the deepest one.
Yeah, the deepest one, huh?
He has the most surface area, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have him on the deepest one. I believe that's over by you, Silas. Correct.
That's me, yes. And then Esmeralda, can you get the one on the shore, the sunlight one, like before?
And I'll go to the water.
Yeah, all right.
Wading through. I
As
bet
you-
you this water feels phenomenal as well.
It's perfect temperature.
Yeah.
Like, and there's a little bit of breeze running through the trees that just kind of makes it
Goodness me.
oh so special. But
Esmeralda occasionally grumbles under her breath because her boots are still soaked.
absolutely they are.
She hates it.
So with that, what do you guys do? Walk me through this.
We'll cue this signal to Esmeralda to light up her rock first.
Oh,
At the
we all
same
gotta do
time.
it at the same time.
the same time.
Same
it the
time,
same
but one
time?
one and then the
Same
other,
time.
then the other.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
see.
get up on the rocks as well, and be like, "All right, everyone, like a conductor," and be super excited about this, and have like a really good stick that he found.
Absolutely.
Like,
Give me
And a one, and a two.
a performance check.
Oh, this is gonna be awful. It's gonna be great. Performance. I do have a +1. I got a 7. It's not a nat 1. Fuck yeah.
It's not an at one. Nothing bad occurs from that, but no advantages either.
Nothing good either.
So it will be a series of sleight of hand checks.
Jack, do you mind coming over here and giving me a hand with this? I really don't want to fall in the water.
I mean, I'm not too good at that, but I'm sure.
No, well, me neither.
Cal, would you like my help as well in helping position your mirror?
He's pretty
It
good
seems
at sleight of hand.
Yeah, I'm fine if you want.
All right, I'll help Zytheris then.
Fair enough. So Esmeralda, going
I'm
first
just
with Jack.
holding on. I'm just kind of holding on to Esmeralda so she doesn't fall in the water.
So one of you can make a sleight of hand check. I think you're both the same. No, Jack, you're slightly better.
I
He is
am?
Yeah.
slightly better, yeah.
I'll let you roll with advantage, kind of using her shield.
And
Like
my
a
steady
quickly
feet.
better.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
there's
we're gonna
also
let-
abundance of sunlight about.
We'll
so
let
it's-
you roll first, and then me, and then him.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Nice.
Perfectly
Natural
nat
20.
20 as
Oh,
oof.
level 2. Level 2.
Hell. You definitely take on some water as you're down there, but you do manage, because the DC was only 10 for that one, you do manage to light it up. It's right at the edge of the light, so it's not too much that it has to travel. Using your mirror as you're down there, Give
Should I
me
take him to help?
give me a constitution save.
He swallowed
Me?
water.
Yeah.
You swallowed
what?
water.
Oh no.
With an 11. Yeah, you accidentally inhale some water, but you hold on to it for a moment, keeping that light chiming, as kind of listening to Binteldake's conducting. Zytheris gets a little bit distracted in the moment as the light does chime from here, making almost what sounds like soft bird calls, but more melodic. As Zytheris lights up and quickly reflects across the sword as it lights up as well. Hear this kind of sonorous hum fill through the air as the chimes, the bird calls, and that hum kind of combine into one final melody. And as this melody lets out, you can see, double check here, the central area of this kind of pool within the stream starts to quiver and shake as the land itself rises up into a kind of C-shaped hill going down past the water, but before it does that, it juts up and waves away the water, creating an entrance where you see a deep cave below. As you would see that open up.
Yeah, nice.
As the cave entrance opens beneath, in the murky banks of the stream, you see 3 ragged figures skitter forth, nearly resembling imps or devilish creatures made entirely of mud, eyes glinting with mischief and malice.
Mud Muppets.
And that's where we're going to end tonight. As we have opened up the secret chamber beneath the stream with 3 devilish-looking mephits bursting forth from the waters. One of them is closer to the bank.
Did the chime that plays sounded anything like the that Zelda music, the chime music, where you solve a puzzle?
Sure, absolutely.
That's what I hear.
But as we are there, that's where we'll end tonight, folks. So thank you for watching, and yeah, looking forward to next time. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Night.
Night, Internet.
Night.
Night.
Night night.